Hello, everyone. Today I am in the ancient forest, where there is the tallest tree I have ever seen in my life. At the top of that tree, there are two giant beehives, so big that I can't believe my eyes. Today, I will challenge myself to climb up and bring honey back for my family. Before climbing, I must prepare carefully. I have a knife, some smoke to calm the bees, and a rope for safety. Climbing such a tall tree is never easy. One mistake could cost me my life. But for my family, I have to do it. I begin to climb. The trunk is huge, roots sinking deep into the earth. But the higher I go, the thinner and weaker the branches become. The wind up there is strong, making the tree sway. I can feel the sweat dripping, my hands gripping tightly onto each branch. I hammer in this nail to climb up. The process of climbing is filled with countless difficulties. I see the nails they use to hammer into the small branches to create a ladder. Over time, they have rotted, and the old nails have rusted and are no longer secure. Therefore, I have to hammer in new nails myself to climb up safely. Finally, I saw the giant beehive. It was so big that the climb was exhausting. I noticed golden honey dripping down. Thousands of bees were buzzing, protecting their hive. On this tall tree, there are two beehives. I will take this one first, and then the other later. I have climbed right up to the beehive, and these small branches are quite obstructive and affect the process of retrieving the hive. I will use the knife I brought with me to cut them away, and thousands of bees are buzzing around, which greatly limits my visibility. However, they cannot make it difficult for me. After using my hand to brush away the bees, I saw the golden honey glistening, and there was quite a lot of it. The bees flew around me as if they wanted to sting me to make me leave their hive. However, I was wearing very sturdy protective gear, so it was fine. Carefully, I cut the honeycomb with my knife. As the blade touches it, golden honey gushes out, sweet and sticky, covering my hands. I place the honey into my basket, working as fast as I can before the bees get too angry. This is truly the treasure of the jungle. I will gradually cut away the parts without honeycomb, and then I will cut the parts with honeycomb into the bag I brought along. I will take the bag that I brought in my backpack to touch the parts with honey. The process of cutting the honeycomb must also be done very carefully because if I'm not careful, the honey will spill and it will be a waste of effort to climb up here to get it. This bag might be quite small. Cutting it once probably won't be enough. I will divide it and cut it twice to fit everything in. I slowly begin cutting the first piece of honeycomb. As my knife slices into the nest, streams of golden honey flow out, glistening under the sunlight. Carefully, I scoop it into the small bag I brought with me. But soon, I realize the bag is far too small. This massive wild honeycomb holds so much honey that one bag will never be enough. I pause for a moment, tie the bag tightly with a string so the honey doesn't spill, then carefully place it inside my backpack. Immediately, the weight on my back grows heavier. I can even feel a bit of sticky honey seeping through, uncomfortable yet precious at the same time. Without wasting time, I take out another empty bag, open it wide, and get ready for the second harvest. By now, more bees are swarming around me, buzzing loudly near my face and arms, fiercely defending their home. I keep the smoke burning and quickly slice into the honeycomb again. Golden honey pours out, covering my hands and soaking my sleeves. I scoop it into the second bag as fast as I can, then tie it tightly. In this moment, even with bees circling everywhere, I feel overwhelming joy. This is the treasure of the jungle, a gift of nature, and I have conquered my fear to claim it. Everyone, wait for me to finish this nest, and I will show you the other nest in this video as well. And next, everyone, let's see the next nest to find out if there are as many fat ones as in the previous nest. This nest is quite far away, and the branches are rather small, so retrieving it will be much more difficult. The path to it is anything but easy. The branch leading there is thin and weak, blocked by countless smaller twigs that hide my view and make every move more dangerous. I take a deep breath and tell myself, I've come this far, I can't miss this chance. Carefully, I crawl along the narrow branch, inch by inch. The branch creaks under my weight, sending chills through my body and making my heartbeat race faster. I skillfully push aside the small twigs in my way, balancing myself as I move closer. As I approach the hive, more bees fly out, as if they've sensed my presence. I light up more smoke, covering my face while securing my footing. With the knife in my hand, I slowly raise it, ready to cut into the second honeycomb of the day. At last, I raise my knife. The branch shakes violently, and the hive sways back and forth. I must be quick, one hand gripping for balance, the other cutting the honeycomb. As the blade slices in, golden honey gushes out, dripping onto my clothes and down to the forest floor below. I cut off a chunk, quickly placing it into my bag and tying it shut. The whole swarm of bees began to get angry, surrounding me tightly. I was breathing heavily, my heart racing, knowing that I couldn't stay here for too long. I would try to grab what I could as quickly as possible and had to leave here as soon as I could because this branch was quite small and I couldn't stay here for long. Before climbing, I left my backpack at the base of the tree. I only carried a few small bags for honey because climbing with the backpack would be too heavy and dangerous. This means that once I cut the honey up here, I must carry the bags down by hand and place them into the backpack. After cutting the first portion, the bag is already full. I tie it tightly, honey still dripping and sticking to my hands. Carefully, I hold the bag against my chest and begin climbing down slowly. Below, my backpack is waiting. That's where I'll safely store all my treasure. Thank you so much for watching my journey today, a dangerous but unforgettable climb to harvest wild honey. I've brought back these sweet treasures from the forest. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so I'll have more motivation to create even more exciting survival adventures.